we all dream. Sometimes we remember them, sometimes we don't. Sometimes they're very detailed and very lifelike. Sometimes they're like you're living in a Salvador Dali painting and they're a bit wacky. And sometimes they can tell the future. I am of course talking about prophetic dreams. And today, my lovely spooky pickles, we're going to be talking about some of my prophetic dreams. This is very pretty, but it makes things hard to see in the corner sometimes. So, I hope you're enjoying this, by the way. Anyway, so my first, I have had many, but I will give you 2 stories. My first one, I think I was around 8 years old. And I lived very close to my primary school, as did one of my best friends. I'm going to give her a different name, as I don't know her anymore, but for the sake of anonymity, there we go, I'm going to call her Lisa. There's nothing near her name, by the way, so don't try and guess it. So, me and Lisa used to meet up on the field that was in between her house and mine, and went to primary school together. And this night I was having a dream, but it felt so real. And we met up again as usual, in our usual little spot. We were walking to school, no issues. And there was it's a small road, but it led onto a really busy main road. But things could also pull on from the main road, it just wasn't as common. That bit's important. So we only had to cross this little road between the street we was on and our primary school, and literally our primary school is facing this little road. It was the only road we really had to cross all morning. So we're talking and walking, and something in my head tells me to grab Lisa. So I grab her, and she looks at me like, what was that for? And then a big, those Arctic truck, lorries comes barreling down the road. I was like, oh my god. And she looks at me like, whoa. And I wake up. I'm like, oh, it's a dream. It felt so real. My heart was pounding and everything, like, oh my god, my best friend nearly died. And that's pretty scary, because as well, even when driving past you when you're on the path, it's quite intimidating. Like, you feel the air rushing past your face, and they're obviously very big. And if you got hit by one, you're not surviving. So, my heart was racing. I was like, it's okay, it's just a dream, it's fine. So I get ready, get my stuff ready for school, off I go, meet my friend Lisa. We walk into school, talking, everything's fine. I think we might have even been talking about the new dog she got. It's really cute. A golden lab, I believe he was. So yeah, we was walking to school, chatting. And then I remembered my dream, and I thought, why do I remember my dream? I thought it's probably because we were approaching the road. And something in my head again just was like, just grab her just in case. And just let's double check the road. So I grabbed her arm and I went, Lisa, come here. And then the same, because I remember in my dream it was blue and red. And a blue and red Arctic truck lorry thing comes barreling down the road. I was like, oh my god. And we both looked at each other, startled, and she was like, oh my god, you stopped me from walking out into the road in front of that. And I was like, no, I dreamed it. And she went, no, you actually just did that. And I was like, no, I dreamed it last night. That's why I stopped you, because something in my head just started to double check the road. And yeah, so my dream literally saved my childhood best friend's life. Not saying I did, whatever powers that be up there, wasn't ready for her. I hope she's still alive. So yeah, so that was really crazy, and that's always stuck with me, like, oh my god, my friend could have died if I hadn't have grabbed her and stopped walking into the road. So that's the main one that's always stuck in my head, because it's always sort of freaked me out, but I was very happy that I didn't let my friend die. So the second one, I've had more than 2, but I'll give you the second one. So this one, it's not so nice, but very fortunate that I had it. So, it could be even tied to intuition. It could be, if you believe in the paranormal, like spirit guides, powers that be, God, angels, whatever you want to call it. Sorry, allergies still. Can't escape. I'm sorry, I'm allergic to everything. So yeah, I was living in my own house with my partner and my eldest, who was 2 at the time. With the same routine. They went to work. I stayed at home with the little one till they were older and went, was ready to go to school. So everything was fine. I didn't feel a certain way about anything. Went to bed fine, and I had this dream. And I've not even had any inklings of anything, by the way. It was just this dream that set everything off. And in my head, in my dream, something in my head said, you need to read his phone. So I was like, okay. So in my head, I was like, well, in my dream, I was in my own body and I was reading his phone. And I seen some unpleasant messages to another woman. And I even dreamt about what they said. Not every single one, but 2 or 3, and I did get it right, actually. And I was just like, what? And even in my dream, I remember thinking, no, it's not real, it's not real. But another sort of part of my head, I'm not schizophrenic, by the way, it's a dream, was saying, you know it is. Whether you check his phone or not, you know it is. And by the way, I'm not advocating to or not to check anyone's phone. That's your own personal business. If you have trust issues, speak to your partner. If you feel a certain type of way, that's a you problem. I'm not telling anyone to do anything or not do anything. But in my case, I did check the phone, because it also started to be really shady around it as well. So I think he was in the shower. And I think it was locked, but he didn't know I knew the code. I did. I'm very perceptive. So I let myself in, basically, and I didn't go rummaging around. I just literally clicked through the messages. If I find something, I find something. If I don't, I want to put it down, leave it alone, never touch it again. But we all know I found something, many somethings, and yeah, it was not nice. But yeah, I literally dreamed it. And 2 or 3 of the messages that I saw on the screen in my dream were on the screen on my partner's phone. 2 other women. So yeah, that was fun. But always remember to trust your gut. Whether you dream it or not, always trust your gut. If you are having issues with a partner in any way, trust your gut. Raise the issue. If it's safe to do so, do so. If it's not, you know what's best for you, yeah? But yeah, they were the 2 main prophetic dreams I've had that have stuck in my head. Apart from my other story time that was about my dream demon. If you want to know what that is, it is on my profile. I think I even labelled it Dream Demon. So if you want to know about that, click on that story. I might tell you some more of my prophetic dreams another day. I have had a few other incidences. If you've had any odd, weird, wacky or prophetic dreams, do let me know. I've also had some very strange nightmares. So if you want me to talk about my nightmares, I can also talk about my nightmares. It's up to you how weird and dark and wacky you want to get. Some things I won't share, but the weird and wacky I'm always happy to share, because that's clearly who I am. So, have a lovely rest of your day, and I shall see you soon, my spooky pickles.